some guy like critiqued some animation, and then someone quote tweeted being like, the worst thing that ever happened to the animation industry is all these motherfuckers like talking about production of animation and critiquing it. And then the guy replies being like, I actually learned animation to become a hater.
Oh, I saw that tweet. Fucking
he gave like examples of his animation. He's like, I literally learned to animate to critique, and it literally had like the fucking the flash, you know, that reverse flash. It's such strong hater energy, and you gotta respect it whenever someone is a hater. It just learns a feel to hate.
Top 10 coldest tweets of all time.
Yeah, it's like when that fucking, did you see the AI artist with the One Piece animator?
Yeah.
That was funny too. Some guy was making AI art or something, and then some guy replied, like, this looks like shit. And he's like, oh, well, he's like something like, oh, you couldn't draw this. And then he literally like replied with him a screenshot of the credits of One Piece.
Like, I literally want to get this.
I can draw this. And I have.
That was one of the biggest ratios.
It was so cold. Actually, was so cold.
See, this is like the good ratio where.
Yeah, so I guess this guy goes, he goes, I just watched an episode of One Piece and wanted to represent what's going on here with AI generated image for the enjoyment of my fans. So,
what fucking fans?
Yeah, and then the guy replies, learn how to color properly, or learn how to draw to begin with. Not even in your dreams would you be able to make an illustration like this. I can do better. I can animate it because I've been animating for One Piece, you idiot.
That's a round of applause.
It's perfect. It's like he like threw it up for him.
Yeah. He just comes in with the assist.
So good. It's like you can. There's so many ways you could retort to a guy critiquing you. And why you went for that? You couldn't do better. It's so good. Oh god, I love that. Anytime anyone gets a dunk like that or a hater that goes hard, I'm like, all right. It's powerful. It's a powerful energy.
One out of 1,000 tweets actually having the right dunk instead of just being like engagement bait tweets.
True.
Because like, have you seen I don't know if it's like a trend or like a recent thing where it's just random tech bros being like, Marcus Brownlee shouldn't be critiquing.
Oh, I've seen that.
I realized what's going on, and I've noticed this more and more.
Yeah.
People have been setting up like quote retweet dunk tweets way more because if your tweet gets viewed, you get money. So I've seen people that are like setting up clear the most obvious bait. And just waiting to get quote retweeted because they know that the quote retweet will pop off. Yeah, so Twitter's actually unusable now.
That's why there's so many of those like look between L and H on your keyboard, which is the worst fucking trend ever.
Well, that lasted a day. So
I still see it.
I saw like a tweet that was like, hey, it was like, can we all agree that the chocolate at the bottom of the cornetto is crap? And it was the most obvious bait I've ever seen in my life. And then the quote retweet was like, not even a psychopath would say this. And it had like 100,000 likes. Like that shit adds up.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it's like you can live off it money, but you know, if you're like a 15-year-old kid who wants to farm change, it's not a bad way to get a couple $100.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But that's why like most of like Twitter dunks or quote retweets or whatever is actually just unusable.
This episode is sponsored by Holtzgun.
Boys, sometimes you just need a bit more drip in your life. And I'm not talking about that mass-produced garbage. I'm talking natural, sleek, and that's where Holtzgun comes in.
Ooh, is that what you're wearing right now?
Yeah, these are wooden sunglasses, boys.
Unlike you boys, I am missing my watch. And look at this Holtzgun watch right here. This will be a nice addition to my non-existent collection of watches right now because I need to start wearing watches.
But boys, there isn't just stuff for men out there. Ladies, you can get excited as well with this all-natural wooden purse.
Ooh,
look at the wood they use. Right, and then Dogecoin, guys, right? It's great. I saw another tweet of this that was like somebody who took Marcus's very first video.
Oh, yes, I did see this one.
And they tweeted out being like, would you pay for this if this was the first iteration? Sometimes it just takes a couple of tries to get it perfect. Someone's like, well, you see there, that's a free YouTube video of a creator who
you don't pay for it.
And that was like 15 years ago, and wasn't funded by venture capital, and wasn't asking people for money. And you're dumb. But even then, that felt like that take felt so brain dead that the only logical explanation of why you would make that tweet is if you wanted to farm engagements. Yeah, there's no way. Like there's no way. But I feel like the internet now is kind of usable because you're like, I don't even know what finding anything genuine is impossible. It's so hard.
Yeah, I think especially engagement bait on Twitter is obviously rampant. I mean, we're not even immune to it. I swear to God, every time we discuss anime in some way, shape, or form, there's always one clip that just blows up on Twitter or something, along those lines.
They're just so full of hot takes, aren't we?
And so they always cut it in like the most harsh, what's the word? They interpret it in it's very cut a very specific way a lot of the time to farm engagement as well. It's like they'll leave out all the context or anything else important.
Well, I also think some of these takes are like the most lukewarm takes compared to some of the anime takes.
I got flack for saying yours was boring.
Yeah, I was like, is that a hot take? I mean, man doesn't like Spy Family. I'm like, okay, like I like Spy Family, but I feel like to me it's like comfort. To me.
That's 2 years ago.
I hope they changed it.
Okay, like the Attack on Titan episode. I understand that.
No, that's fine.
I understand that is a hot take.
I actually like that. I don't mind Twitter. People like. Here's the thing. I like that people post trash taste clips to Twitter and discuss it. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be talked about than not talk about. Sure. That is our job. If no one cares about the dog shit anime takes we say, then I think we're doing something wrong.
I can't wait for someone to call us unethical.
Oh my God.
Joey being sold out online. He's going to get sued. This is unethical.
Would you pay for this?
How dare you ruin a small animation studio? Oh my God. The thing that's most frustrating about that one was that like even the author was like, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. Until literally season 2, he's like, I guess I'll write something. That's the thing I hear. People are like, yeah, but she got character development like season 2 or 3, and it's like, okay, yeah, so he realized that like 4 years into writing the show, maybe he should write the other character. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I think the issue is though, it's like with a clip like that. So the context is Connor has not seen season 2. So his comments were purely based on season 1.
An entire season of a show.
Yeah. So from someone in my perspective who's seen like both seasons, even though Joel has like an entire arc popping off as an assassin, I can understand Connor's take, and everyone was like, well, Gun's not vehemently like disagreeing with Connor, so he must agree with him. And I'm like, no, sometimes what is lost on the internet is just giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, God forbid there's no such thing called mutual understanding.
Yeah,
agreeing to disagree.
The core premise of trash taste is that we all have different opinions, and that maybe you say something, and sometimes maybe I disagree with it. Also, sometimes I feel that I don't have to always tell you that I disagree or that I'm against what you said. And even if you like, yours the best character ever, and I said yours not, it's like, all right, whatever. We don't have to then leave the show agreeing on either or. Be like, guys, this is the council's opinion. The point of the show is to be able to have a differing opinion, and we can still be friends and be in the same room. But the internet has turned into a thing of like, you all must agree or be on the same campus as me or not. Either with me or not.
Otherwise, you are the worst person.
I think it's not very helpful.
I think the things, so like, I try not to doom scroll or whatever. But I'm used to being clowned on for my opinions. I don't give a shit about
You'll
it.
be fine,
If you want to say I have a shitty opinion, I'm just like whatever.
Join the club.
Yeah. What bothers me sometimes is when they try to turn it into like something more.
Oh,
Yeah. So like for the Your Take, for example, I remember seeing like this web retweet or something being like, oh, they're just shitting on it because it's suddenly popular to shit on Spy Family, and so they've suddenly just changed their opinion.
Why is
I'm like,
it popular to shit on Spy
like,
Family?
what? Is it suddenly popular to shit on Spy Family? What?
No,
Number
it's
two,
also that whole thing of like, oh, you must hate it because it's popular is the most baby fucking take I've ever heard in my life. Like, no, maybe just consider the fact that popular or not, I just don't really like it, and that's the end of it.
Joey, I do think there is some hater energy that you could like bring into you. If you're gonna shit on Arcane, you should watch it. You should follow the footsteps of the anime.
That's why, like, when I watched all of Spy Family, even though I was bored halfway through, because I wanted to accurately hate it.
Have you guys ever watched the show just to hate on it?
Yeah, half the shit on this podcast I've watched just to hate on it. Wait, like, I think I watched 8 episodes of 86. I already knew I was gonna like it. 2 episodes in, I know people get pissed off. People get pissed off. I actually don't mind. Like, I know that, like, I guess I don't care when people clown on my takes or disagree.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get like personal.
Yeah, exactly.
People get really worked up and they're like, "You're a terrible human being." It's like I didn't like
your show.
Like, bro, chill out a little bit here. Like,
I'm trying to remember the last time I actually watched something just to prove people wrong. Because
I literally played Final Fantasy just to like.
Spite?
Yeah, just so I can accurately. No, I mean I knew I liked it, but I only played it because of like Spite Night, and I wanted to accurately give opinions.
Sure,
And I'm sure there'll be like games that I despise. Like I'm playing Final Fantasy 14. I'm sure I'll not like that.
I don't
It just does not. I don't think.
It just doesn't seem
Bro,
like
let me tell you this. It is a nightmare to set up that game.
the Mog thing.
Oh, Mog Station.
Mog Station.
Don't
That
even
is
get me started.
Go try. I
knew it was gonna be bad. It was a Japanese company, but I didn't know how bad.
The website, the Mog Station stuck in like 2000.
I installed the game and it opened like a Windows Vista window. To install it. I was like, what is this?
And the fact you need a two-factor authentication, which like I remember setting up a two-factor, and it has to be set up through like the Mog Station whatever thing. And I could not like trying to relog into my account. I could not fucking find how to get the two-factor authentication because
I made 3 Square Enix accounts.
Yeah.
Because the first one, okay, another thing, right? So, okay, I'll give you the full timeline. So this is I spent 3 hours last night trying to get my Mog Station working, which is crazy.
Yeah.
In like 2000, I'm literally playing it tomorrow, so we'll see how this goes. But I'm excited. But this was funny because I was like, this is almost comical how bad this is to install as a game. Like so first of all, it's on Steam, and I asked people, I was like, should I do the Steam one? No, do the Steam one.
No.
And then everyone said that was okay. Well, do the Steam one. That makes sense because Japanese like UI and stuff like that. It's not like Fortnite level where it's like you could fucking log on a toaster somewhere and it'll perfectly sync up to your thing at home on a different account, whatever. I know it's not that level. So I went to the Square Enix account. This is where I started getting tough because my first issue, and this is a very me specific issue, is obviously I want to play in English. But I live in Japan. So it's already like Square Enix website was desperately trying to make me go on the Japan one. And I was trying to not do that because I wasn't sure how it would work if I would be locked into Japanese.
Did you have the problem of making multiple accounts for different regions?
So I went to make the first account and I made it in America.
Yes. Okay.
Because I didn't realize what was going to happen.
Yes, nor did I. This is like your
I thought no big deal. I'll just say I'm America because I intend to play on the American servers.
Sure.
So I was like no big deal.
Yeah.
And I went through it and they asked my address.
It was a big deal.
I was like, people find out. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
The first account randomly just got locked. I don't know why. It just randomly locked. And I'm like, well, luckily I have like 19 emails, so it's fine. I can play this game all day. But my COVA username that I had, very nice, it's gone now because now it's locked behind something. So I made another account and then made it on the America one, got through it, and then I got to the payment details. I kept getting this error. I kept trying to buy it, even though I know it's a free trial. I tried to get the starter pack because I was like, I just want to pay for something.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay for it eventually.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll just pay for it. So I tried to set up this account. Every time I went to go pay, it kept giving me this error. I was like, what the fuck is this error? And I googled the error, and it was like, oh, because I wasn't in America trying to make a payment for an American thing.
Yeah,
it was like,
you need
no.
to be in the same region to make the payment.
So I was like, okay, all right, start from scratch. Made a new account. So I signed up in Japanese. I used all the Google Translate to go through it. I got through it all, and then it was fine until I got to it wanted me to fill in my information. Now, anyone who's lived in Japan, you'll know this horrible moment that you get to. I don't have a kanji name, and you know, well, okay. Oh my god. So in Japan, Japanese websites, they will ask for 2 names: your like kanji name and then your like furigana, like how to spell it in like hiragana or katakana. And it would not accept my name in katakana.
Is it because
you got to make the half width, full width? This is another bullshit thing that Japanese websites have, where they have a full width character and a half width. Basically, big characters or small characters. And sometimes some websites only require you to use a specific one that you have no way of doing unless you like find the thing on your keyboard or go to a website and convert it. It's bullshit. I tried every single combination. I tried my name in English. I tried my name hiragana full width, half width, didn't work. I tried my name katakana full width, half width, didn't work. I was like, what the fuck? But for some reason, Kona, my actual Kona was fine, but my second name, Kofurun, it was like, that's not a name. So I put Kona, and it was like, oh great. I was like, what the fuck? They're just saying my name is not a name. This is bullshit.
Bro went for the Mario name, man.
I was like, this is fucked. So I was like, fine. So I finally got my account set up after I put my name, and now my name's Kona.
Yeah.
So then I go pay, and I go to put my payment details in, and it keeps giving me errors. And I'm pretty sure it's because my name is Kona, and on my card it's not Kona. But I can't put my name on the card because the website wouldn't take it. Final Fantasy, what the fuck is this shit?
Wait, in the furigana section, right?
You wouldn't take anything.
Nothing.
None of either of the things would take anything. My second name.
I've had this issue with multiple websites before.
So I was like, all right, my name's Kona and katakana on both of them. I'm like, fine, here we go. And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna pay. And so it wouldn't let me fucking pay. And I tried every card I have. I have like 3 Japanese cards. None of them worked. I tried my Amex, didn't work. I tried my British cards, didn't work.
Yeah,
it wouldn't let me pay.
They're like, none of these cards say Kona.
Let me fill in my billing address. There was no billing address. So I couldn't change it and it fixed it all. I was like, this is fucked. So I was like, all right, fine. On the Final Fantasy 14 website, there's a drop-down menu of 3 places where you can buy. I should have given up at this point. Like, fuck this game, guys. I played 3 hours of this game last night. There are 3 places where you can buy Final Fantasy subscriptions, even though I didn't get a free trial. Yada. And it's just comical. You can buy it from Mog Station. You can buy it from the Square Enix store, which is different from Mog Station.
Yeah.
So Square Enix has 2 stores, and you can buy it from Amazon. I was like, all right, here we go. Right, finally, Amazon, a store I know will deliver.
Trustworthy.
Because when I was putting in my payment information, I could click card and buy it, or click a code. I was like, you know what, I'll just do a code. This just seems easy. I'll get a code. So I go to Amazon to buy it. And I go to Amazon.jp with their link from their website, and then it goes, nah, sorry, this only ships from America. A digital code. And I shit you not. I think if you go there right now, what? The web. If you go to like type in Final Fantasy,
where are they storing
14,
these codes?
It's a literal digital code.
Yeah.
What? So 14. So go to like the actual website, the Japanese one, or like the free trial, like that one. Yeah. And then go to like
expansion?
Yeah, just go to the standard one. Yeah, click that. This shit is fucked, man. Yeah. Amazon. Open. Look at this shit. Look at this. Right. Okay. All good. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Put it in your cart. Looks great. Looks good. Now go to buy it. if this works. What the fuck? What the fuck? No, dude, I'm going there right now. I went there yesterday, right? And it was like, we can't ship this because it's from America. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Dude, this is the error I kept getting. Why do I get this?
Yeah, it's not supported in your region.
And then it said fulfilled by Amazon.com. And I was like, okay, fine.
Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Incorporated.
What the heck?
No, it works here.
Wait, maybe if you did, I don't know.
Digital items will be available in your
What
order.
the heck?
Yeah, it works.
Dude, on my Amazon page, it's like, nah, sorry, we can't fulfill it. It's from America. I was,
So this is the download
yeah,
version.
I was clicking the download version. It looked the exact same thing. I just clicked there.
It works perfectly fine.
What the fuck? So then I was like, okay, I can't get it from there. I can't get it from Mog Station. And I go to the Final Fantasy, the Square Enix store, which is different from the Mog Station store. And finally, I get the code and I buy it. I don't know why Square Enix is cool with it and Mog Station isn't the same company.
Yeah.
But I finally get the code and I install it. And then it just doesn't recognize that I have that version. It keeps saying like, oh, start your free trial now. So I had to reinstall the entire game and then finally recognize I had it after like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
This video is sponsored by Shopify. If you know me, then you know that I run my own clothing brand, nonsense.jp. When I decided to start that clothing brand, I obviously needed a place to sell my clothes because otherwise, what's the point? But I didn't know the first thing about e-commerce. But thankfully, there was a website there to help me out along the way and that I still use to this day. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business, from the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the, oh my god, did we just hit 1 million order stage? Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soaps, offering outdoor outfits, or amazing and dope streetwear clothes like myself, Shopify helps you sell everywhere, from their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 36% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and Shopify's the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklyn, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow with Shopify. So sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/trash, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/trash now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/trash. Links in the description. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring this episode. Back to the show.
What the heck? I'm so pissed off yours works. What the heck? So I spent like,
To be fair, I had the same amount of like headaches just to play this game. It took me an evening just to figure out how to play.
it's like they don't want you to play the game. It's actually insane.
The fact that it's this successful and this is like the barrier of entry just to fucking play the game.
And like people are tweeting me saying that apparently like, one of the like creators of Final Fantasy like had a hard time making his account. Like, he could,
Like Uji's, like struggle.
yeah, like it's dude. I feel like I'm very good, like technically at figuring out if someone doesn't want to pay for whatever region. You know, I've living in Japan, speaking English, and moving across countries all the time, doing stuff. I get very good at like knowing how to work websites and to making it work for whatever thing. But this one was like,
this is the final boss because it was that on top of the layers of, hey, you have this products that you can buy from these different stores in each and different regions, and also there's different expansion packs that you can buy for your account that counts differently towards your in-game
I
progress.
tweeted out being like, fuck this launcher. And a bunch of people tweeted me like, yeah, I accidentally bought 3 copies because I assigned them to wrong accounts or something.
I think I did buy 3 copies, or at least 2 copies. I remember buying it on Steam first.
Insane, bro.
I remember buying it on Steam first. Because
Can you hold on to one for me?
Yeah, no, because it's locked to my European account because Steam, my Steam was made in England, so it was locked
like,
to the EU
if you
account.
pick a server, you can't change.
Yeah, you can't change.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah. So
What year are we in? What year are we in?
So I believe if you lock it to a server, you have to make an entirely new account.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
And go through this bullshit.
What the fuck?
I honestly, I'd rather.
And then on top of that, Connor, game doesn't even get good until like
Yeah, I
100,000.
know. Tell me. Well, you know, in like a month time, I'll come back and give my thoughts.
Also, apparently you can't afford to like skip any cutscenes because the main reason people play this is for the story.
I know, I heard.
Yeah, this
To be fair, ARR, beginning is breeze.
No, I don't. So
Silence,
you've been saying this for years to me, Nabi, and I'm not doing it.
This will do.
I'm not doing it.
See, I'm Nabi, I am the type of person that if I know there is a payoff, I will grind through as many fucking hours as I need to. I mean, that's why I'm playing through the trail series, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
I've played through about 20 hours of Final Fantasy Online, I believe. I'm like, this is hard, man. This is hard. When does it? Oh.
You know what I played yesterday too? Hades 2. Hades 2.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
fun.
good. I really want to get it.
Man.
Yeah.
You got it on Steam Deck.
Huh?
So good.
Is it on Steam Deck?
Oh, bro, it's like made for Steam Deck.
Okay.
Bro, well, it's actually made for Steam Deck, but it's in like it's very good to play on Steam. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, I really want to play it.
10
10 out of 10 on Steam.
10 out of 10.
Everything about
The
the
first
game
game was so goddamn
it's just
good.
like sex.
Yeah.
It's just sex.
Oh,
Like the
God.
controls are sex. The gameplay sex.
Is the storyline
Art
sex?
The voice acting definitely sex. Everything's so good, man. Everything's so
Yeah.
good. They knocked it out of the park. I can't wait to see it finish. But I mean, one thing I wasn't too pumped about is that it's early access. But I guess I just want to get it out.
Can I ask a question?
You may.
Which might be a stupid question.
You may
because, you know, sometimes when you use a term and you don't really know what the meaning of it, but you use it anyway. What does roguelike mean?
You know what a roguelike is?
I think I know what a
Okay,
roguelike
you
is.
tell me what it is and I'll tell you if you're right.
It's okay. Firstly, I don't know what a rogue is, so I don't know what I've always. Okay, one thing that's always confused me is I think I know what a roguelike is from playing enough games where you kind of like repeat a level with different starting conditions and you progress through further as you go along.
Right.
So how does that make it a roguelike? What is a rogue first? And why does roguelikes make it like a rogue? What does this
I've
mean?
never heard of the game being described as rogue.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Only roguelike. There's also roguelite as well.
Okay.
So I think Hades actually falls, if I'm not mistaken, and I hope I'm not. So basically, a true roguelike is you don't gain any abilities like after each run to make your runs easier. It's purely just a self-contained run, and every single time you start from zero. Whereas a roguelite is one where you, by grinding and doing multiple runs, you unlock stuff like a 5% stat bonus increase to make your runs easier.
Or an upgraded weapon or something.
Each subsequent time.
So Hades would be a roguelite.
If I'm not mistaken, maybe we can Google this.
Can we Google what is a rogue?
What rogue?
Rogue. The only time I've heard the word rogue is in like JRPGs where it's like a class.
Yeah,
Type in roguelike versus roguelite.
I've never heard of roguelite.
Yeah, roguelite, if I'm not mistaken, is what most people accidentally refer to as actual roguelite.
Right.
I'm gonna Google
But these are like the most popular games
Is
of
a
the age.
rogue someone who's like someone who's like
rogue?
actually paid to do a job or something, or like goes out? Isn't that what a rogue is?
What is a rogue?
Rogue is someone who like works on their own, lives by
The
their
genre
own.
of rogue games derives its name from a classic dungeon crawler called Rogue
Oh,
that helped popularize some interesting and unusual ideas.
I've never heard of this game before.
Me neither.
Oh, it's very, is it a Microsoft game?
Oh yeah, look, it's from the 80s. Yeah, look
Also,
at
rogue
that.
isn't even a genre; it's just a game.
It's from the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so defined roguelikes have 8 specific design tenets: random map generation, permadeath, turn-based combat, grid-based movement, complexity allowed multiple solutions, non-modal, so that all actions can be performed at any time, resource management, and hack and slash combat.
Well, that's just like some of them.
I mean, that's some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Hades is a roguelite.
Okay.
Because it gets easier the more you go through it.
You go through it. Okay.
yeah.
So it's just regression. All right.
The only roguelike then. That
Because
means
you don't lose absolutely everything on death.
Yeah.
But the roguelite is normally preferred because you get to have progression in the game that normally doesn't allow you to have progression.
Yeah.
So that means I've played mostly roguelites.
Yeah, roguelites are generally more popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like you get bored of doing the same thing over
Yeah,
and over again.
I'd say the only roguelike I've actually played is probably Fudai no Shiren, which is like a really long-standing Japanese actual roguelike where it's like if you die, you go back to like level 1, you lose everything, all that. It's fucking difficult, but really fun. But like,
But I think that like if you unlock stuff, but it's not like permanently boosts you, I think that's roguelike still. Because you're
Right.
getting it within the run. I don't really
Oh,
know
I see,
exactly, but I know that roguelite is basically rogue, but a little easier. Because you get stat boosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hades' like gameplay's all revolved around that. That's how you get the story. Every time you die, there's more character interactions through the story of you
Oh.
dying.
Hades,
That's the whole point.
Hades one's so fucking good.
And this,
So
like, and if you get too far on like your first runs, they'll make it harder for you, so you die.
Okay.
It's pretty annoying, but yeah, it's nice being told you're too good.
Stop that.
Stop right now.
Is it procedurally generated?
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Actually, no, I think
Well, because it's the splits, right? Like
the maps are set out, or like there's like a bunch of different maps. I think. I wonder if some of it is actually. It definitely felt like a lot of the maps were pre-done, and then you just get thrown into one of them, and then you
Yeah.
split into a path based on which upgrade you want.
but the splits are all random.
I hate procedurally generated. I don't
In
know.
terms of like you don't like that you can never do the same thing again, or that you.
To me, I hear procedurally generated, and I hear, oh, so fun is random then. Fun is just randomized then, I guess. I don't know. Like, I like knowing that everyone's sharing the same experience, or I'm sharing the same experience like everyone else playing the game. Like a big reason why I ended up playing Subnautica was I saw the gameplay. I thought, oh, this seems like a procedurally generated game, whatever. It's a survival game. But when I heard that no, everyone gets the same map, I'm like, okay, so I get to. This is structured exactly the same way as how everyone else is going to play it, and that to me is.
Why does that matter?
Huh?
Surely, like, there's some games though where it makes way more sense to have procedurally generated.
Like what?
Like Lethal Company. Like having everything different every single time, completely random, is the point. Like you want to experience. Like you shouldn't be able to go in and figure out where everything is.
Yeah.
It should
Also,
be
you get
honest.
like a unique experience every time, which is like exclusive to you, which is like a whole new other experience.
And
like
the way a
yourself,
lot of games can go around this is like games like Baltra, which is totally random. They have seeds. So when every randomly generated thing is a seed. So there's like a million seeds, and then you can basically be like, oh, if you wanted to play the same seed as me, well, you could type in the code.
Yeah,
and
like
we'll play the
Minecraft
same.
and things like
We will
that
play the
as
same. Yeah, Minecraft does that too.
Yeah.
So it is random, but if you wanted to experience the same everything, you easily could.
I don't know. It's like even when you say that, I think yes, it does work for Lethal Company.
Minecraft works for too. Minecraft wouldn't work if it was a set.
It was all the same,
To me, it almost feels like here's an artificial way to make you make more content for this game and make you play for more hours without actually making more content. Does that make sense?
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Like the intention isn't there.
Yeah.
There's no thought behind every aspect.
Yeah.
But I think for certain games, it makes way more sense to have something that is totally random and benefits from it. But I can understand wanting the experience of a purposeful game.
Yeah, I think I just like having a purposeful experience that the developer intentionally made instead of just being like,
What if they intended for the random? I would say it's there because it takes a lot of work, I imagine, to get the procedural generated right, like the kind of layouts you wanted right. So I imagine even though I don't think it's just let computer do work. There's still a ton of work that goes into doing it.
Maybe I haven't played a game. Maybe I just haven't played a game where I'm like, yeah, this is it, procedurally generated. All right.
You just haven't played a good roguelike yet.
maybe that's it. Maybe
There's
that's
some really good ones. I mean, there's like Slay the Spire. There's Darkest Dungeon is another amazing one. You got the Darkest Dungeon. It's so fucking good.
I'm not saying words now. Describe them to me.
Okay.
Describe Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon is, I mean, it's like the OG in terms of like, can you bring up a screenshot of how to describe it? You hire a bunch of mercenaries, and imagine XCOM if it was a dungeon crawler. So you played XCOM, right? You know XCOM?
I know of XCOM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll go into a dungeon, hire your mercenaries. Someone will be a rogue, and someone will be like a berserker, and someone will be a cleric. And you go into this dungeon and walk through it.
Oh,
and
yes,
every now
I've
and then,
seen this,
these
yeah.
enemies will pop up. But the problem is that you got to make decisions. You don't have a lot of healing. And any damage they do take, you have to pay or spend a lot of money outside of combat to fix. So taking damage is a real big no-no. And in the game, you basically get loot and then progress and level up your dudes. But if they die, they permanently die. You have to hire a new member. But you're going through procedurally generated dungeons and fighting enemies. But your characters also have stress. And if their stress gets too high, they have a heart attack.
So how do you beat the game?
There is the Darkest Dungeon at the end. But your characters have to be max level to go to the Darkest Dungeon.
Okay, so to get to the final level. So to get to the final level, you have to do something different every time.
Every single dungeon you'll go through is procedurally generated and different.
Okay.
And but as you can see, it's mainly like a grid layout. There'll be like imagine if you opened a map.
Yeah.
You literally like go this room and then you walk, and as you're walking, there might be a fight that happens.
Yeah.
Or you might stop.
Maybe
and
nothing
see-
might happen.
See, I hate that. I would prefer.
Why?
Why?
It's so good.
It's fun because I would prefer on you described that to me, and I'm like, I would want something like Dark Souls, where it's like, okay, there is an end game, you do fight through, but everything there has been purposefully placed by the developer itself. You know, if you beat Dark Souls, you know everyone knows what it means to beat Dark Souls because everyone.
I think that works when you have like a one player and it's a story driven and you're this one character in this giant world and your goals are very set and the story beats are there. This one doesn't. I mean, it has a story, but it's not really. It tells it through like journal notes and stuff. But the idea is that you kind of almost churn through these mercenaries and you're constantly like having to be like, sorry, my favorite guy died. And once they're dead, they're totally dead. Actually, I think you can get them back, but it's very difficult and takes a lot of effort. But it's really, really fun because you kind of like it's literally all about like cutting losses the entire game. It's very stressful.
I like roguelikes and roguelites because they like constantly keep you on your toes as well. Because you're just like, all right, I've never been in this situation before. Even though I might have played the game for like 5-10 hours at this point, where I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what to do here. One wrong move, and so you're constantly learning how to get better at the game by failing. And that in and of itself, I feel feels like progression.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, I feel like by going through this one scenario now, the next time I come across a similar scenario, I know somewhat more than before what to do. So it feels like I'm getting closer to the end. And then when you finally do get over that, you're like, all right, sick. I'm further than I've ever been before. But now you're scared because it's like, okay, at this point, I don't know what's coming up. So I might run into another situation where I get fucked up. So yeah, I don't know. I like that kind of. I get your thing as well with just like a planned everything. But roguelites and roguelites, they give like a different kind of like excitement.
So good. It's so good. Because your characters get stress. And if they get to 200 stress, they have a heart attack where they have a 50% chance of surviving it. They go down to like 1 health. But at 100, I think at 100 stress, they.
Like Fear and Hunger and shit like that.
Dude, it's so good because the one the narrative is amazing, but there's this really fucking awesome mechanic that if you love gambling, it's the hypest shit ever. Because your character will get to 100 stress, and there'll be like a 20% chance that he'll like prevail through the stress,
Right.
And he'll get a team-wide buff. But normally what happens is that you kind of like fail it, and then your team gets more stressed. And the more stress your team gets, the more debuffs they get. So it's all about like managing stress and health. It's so good. It's really, really good. It is kind of like Fear and Hunger actually, but really well polished, an amazing game. I really recommend playing it. Also, Backpack Hero is really easy. You play on Steam Deck. It's really cool. It's like you basically have a backpack, and you're going through this dungeon, and again, procedurally generated dungeon. But your weapons are what you can fit in the backpack. And you have like a 3x3 grid, and your sword will be like 3 long, 1 wide. And maybe you'll get like a shield, but it's 2x2. And maybe you get loot. So you gotta start fitting it in the bag. And then as you progress your bag, it's like you can like add 3 squares. So you can add like a really long 3 square. It's really cool. Type in Backpack Hero. It's really fun, kind of like 30-minute game if you want to pick it up and go. roguelite actually. Super fun.
Roguelite.
Show a picture of the bag. That's that one. Yeah, no, below. Yeah, that one. So your bag will have like this, and then they'll do like buffs and work off each other. So you like chuck them in. It's really fun.
Okay.
Highly recommend it if you want a little easy kind of fun one.
What do you mean again?
You can do like 20 minute runs and pick it up. Steam Deck, super easy, very fun, and you can see the reviews are great. Yeah, like that. Looks like that, and then so the enemies take turns.
That's cute.
So you start off with like that, and then it gets like crazy, and they'll be like, oh, if it's at the top of the bag, it'll do 10 plus damage. So then you're like, all right, I'll put it at the top. Yeah. But they're gonna move shit around. It's like Tetris dungeon crawler with loot, and then then it gets really crazy later on. You can start doing insane combos and stuff. It's really fun. I highly recommend it if you want a really easy one. Darkest Dungeon is like this if you were stressing out all the time. Because Darkest Dungeon has like a mechanic where like you'll click to attack an enemy that has a 30% chance of hitting. You're like, please, and you're like, I can't miss this shot. You miss it. You're like, oh.
Is Cult of the Lamb also like a roguelite?
Yeah, Cult of the Lamb.
That's also a really good game as well. I really enjoyed
that one was like made for like streamers specifically. It's all about like getting your audience to join in.
Yeah, playing that casually is really fun.
What other roguelikes do I like? What's some of my favorite roguelikes?
They've really been kind of popping off recently, haven't they?
Because all the indie games.
Yeah, the meme is indie devs, so they're trying not to make it a roguelike. It's like the vein busting in their head. Slay the Spire is very good. Dead Cell's very popular. I played that one. Risk of Rain 2 I was very addicted to for a while. It's really good. What else is there?
Rogue Legacy.
What else is there?
Vampire
Survivors goated.
Yeah, I mean that's very good.
I guess Vampire Survivors would be a roguelike, huh? Or
roguelite, yeah.
Is there a AAA roguelike game? Was it
No,
all
I
indie
don't
games?
think so.
Was it all indie games?
Well, I think because it's like I imagine it's risky to make a game that has just a gameplay loop and not like.
I mean, it's risky to make a game. Period.
Yeah, well,
it takes a lot of time.
I mean, if you go higher up, you're like, all right, we're gonna make them play the same game over and over again. You're like, what? No, we need set pieces. We need this. Oh, Inscription. Oh, it's one of the best games of all time. You gotta play Inscription. It's so fucking good.
Card game? Ooh, I think I've heard about this one.
This is don't look anything up about it. It's the best fucking game ever.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot I want to play.
Slay the Spire is a really good one. I haven't played it though, but everyone says it. Like that one's a card-based dungeon crawler.
Shadow Corridor 2 as well is one that I've seen a few people play.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. I mean, I think the genre's just perfect indie game because you can kind of make a core mechanic and just kind of like really nail it down and kind of just go through like the same kind of gameplay world over and over again. But when you have a really fun mechanic, you're like, I don't give a fuck, I'll do the same thing over and over again.
Oh yeah.
This reminds me of the genre I recently got into. Not a game, but I recently made a video about this, about how like, oh, I've given up on Isekai. Spoiler, I haven't given up.
I was like, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, I haven't completely given up, but I've been getting into webtoons and webcomics recently. And I don't really know why, because a lot of them are definitely not as good as manga is.
Yeah.
It's. Have you guys ever read any webcomics at all? Any webtoons?
I've read
like Solo Leveling, Tower of God.
Yeah,
anything?
I've read a bunch of like manhwas and like a couple of like Japanese webcomics and stuff.
Yeah. So I didn't realize this, but basically, so Japan has manga. Korea has manhwa, and China has manhwa, right? And they all have like their equivalent of, let's say, the isekai genre, which is no matter what country, there will always be.
I'm a gamer.
Yeah, there will always be a way to throw some shitty power fantasy, like kind of like bullshit, and every different country has its own genre. So in Korea, Korean webcomics, the genre that is massive is this genre called regression, which is basically a roguelike. So the entire genre is all about some guy.
Multiple isekais.
Multiple. Yeah. Some guy does something.
One reincarnation is
Yeah. No. So one guy does something, he dies or something happens, and then he travels back in time. He travels back in time to an early point in his life with all of the knowledge that he has of the future. And it's basically ReZero. It's basically ReZero, but just imagine an entire genre based around this, but just it not being as good as ReZero.
The 25 best regression, man. Holy shit.
There is way more than 25.
There's a top 25?
There is way more than 25. I can say, I don't think there are 25 good ones. There are like...
How many good ones are there?
So it depends, right? It depends.
Out of this list here, do you know of anyone?
My daughter's Final Boss, that's good. How to use it. Okay, the problem with all of these titles is that, like Isekai, look at these and tell me how many of them sound like the same shit.
I mean, I sleep on all of them, to be honest.
Leveling with the Gods, Returning of the Mad Demon.
Triple F class trash hero. I kind of want to read that one.
Reborn Rich. Like, what?
A Man's Man.
A Man's Man is actually good.
Oh, I love that
that's
14.
Good.
Returning with absolutely nothing.
A Man's Man is good. She also Saves the World is good.
Father, I don't want this marriage. What are these titles?
Bro, some of these. The Fantasy of a Stepmother. Okay, I need to read that one.
Oh, I was waiting for that one.
I'll go. I need to read that one. But yeah, it's something I don't know. I found it harder to read manga recently just because I've really liked reading physical volumes. But for some reason, webcomics, even though I think in general the level of quality is way worse than what you can find in manga, I feel like the ease of access makes it a lot better. If I actually have a
reading manga is kind of tough.
Was that sarcastic?
Yeah.
So difficult, guys.
No. I mean, it's about the feeling. It's about the feeling.
Okay.
It's about the feeling.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, one medical that's pretty good as well.
These look like fanfics.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them did start off as fan fiction. So actually, one that I do generally recommend though is this one called Omniscience Reader's Viewpoints, which I think could have the potential to be like, if it gets an anime adaptation, it has the potential to be.
I'll be struggling to spell omniscient.
It's okay, Nabi. It's okay. It took me ages to like. How do I pronounce
omniscient?
Omniscient.
There you go, Reader's Viewpoint. There it is.
Yeah. Problem is, this looks from the cover, all of these webcomics look generic as fuck.
Yeah, they all look.
Yeah.
They really do.
This one's basically free in webtoon, so it's an easy read.
Let's read the synopsis of this. Dr. was an average office worker whose sole interest was reading his favorite web novel, 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. They wrote a web novel inside a web novel? Okay.
Yeah.
But when the novel suddenly becomes reality, he is the only person who knows how the world will end. Armed with this realization, Dr. uses his understanding to change the course of the story and the world as he knows it.
Bro, it's so good.
Yeah, that
synopsis
just
that synopsis does not do justice.
All right, let me give you a better synopsis. Let me read it. This guy, all right.
Chad?
Huh? Actual Chad.
Chad.
He's the guy on the left. Okay. But basically, he is committed to reading this shitty ass fucking web novel that is like the fucking filthiest trash. That he gets to chapter 3000, I believe.
That's like you. No, you like
I'm like, yo, he just like me for real.
What the hell do you like this shit?
He just like me for real, man. But then he's the only one who reads up to the end, and as soon as he gets to the endpoints, it turns out that everything that happens in this web novel, which is kind of like a death game, starts happening in reality. And he's given one ability, and that's the ability to that's having this web novel on his phone, and he can read it really fast. So basically, he has all of knowledge of what.
No, you're not selling me on this.
He has all of knowledge. He has all of knowledge of what is going to happen what is going to happen in this death game. In this
So what's
if you say it's going to be good, I actually trust you, but the way you describe it makes sense.
What I'm hearing is this is just Mirai Nikki, but a web novel.
Mirai Nikki, is that a death game? Oh, yes, that is a death game.
It's Mirai Nikki where they can read into the future.
I'd say it's more like Squid Game, if anything, where the thing that makes
it's Korean.
It's Korean.
It's Squid Game.
It's Squid Game, but the thing that makes
Squid-like.
Squid-like. Okay, yes, it is a Squid-like. This is a Squid-like story.
Okay, Squid-like story.
The thing that makes it stand out is this is one of the most meta pieces of media I've ever read in my life. So what happens is that he actually meets the protagonist of the story that's of he's reading, and like the protagonist of the story, he's a fucking dick, but he's also overpowered as shit, right? So using his knowledge of the characters, he has to find a way to befriend all of the characters from this story in order to survive this game and kind of like take advantage of all of the characteristics and all the powers they have. And using that knowledge and using being able to befriend all these characters, he's able to take advantage of the systems in the storyline in each of the death games in a kind of like a Local Rising kind of way. So
I'm away. I think they should get you to write these fucking synopses because like you did a so much better job than whatever that was.
Yeah, this basically what makes it stand out is it's someone who's obviously read a lot of trashy power fantasy stuff. Right. And he's like, how can I take all of these elements and just kind of like make a meta thing that not really satirize it, but just takes the parts you see the most and tries to make an interesting story out of it.
Right.
And this is it. I feel like this could be this pops off harder than something like Solo Leveling nowadays. And
Sounds kind of cool when you put it like that.
yeah, and to me, I'm like, have you seen the Solo Leveling anime at all?
No.
I've seen up to episode whatever the recap episode was, 7.
Oh, you've seen you've seen up to
I've seen up to episode 7.5.
Bro, I forgot how I forgot how boring the beginning of Solo Leveling.
Yeah, I was like, I've heard
Holy
this. I was like,
shit.
I've heard this manga was really fucking good. So I gave it a watch, and I'm like, when does this get good?
I think it starts to get good from memory, right? From memory, it starts to. I wouldn't even say good is like.
Oh no.
Good is a hey. Do you like Sword Art Online, but more of the same? You know? It starts to get good, I think, at the end of season 1. But considering that even like Mr. Beast was watching Solo Leveling, I was surprised how many people were actually watching this and thinking that it was good.
I got fooled.
This is gonna go on Twitter.
I got fooled because like every single person I know of who's like read the original Solo Leveling manhwa was just hyping on about like how fucking amazing this was, and they were like trying to sell to me. You were trying to sell to me.
One Piece.
It was.
One Piece we get how boring One Piece is.
Oh, right, but like
One Piece has a really good plot. Solo Leveling, the webcomic, the reason it pops off so much was because just the art.
The art is insane.
The art is godlike, and during some of the action scenes, during some of the hype scenes, it fucking pops off, and I totally agree with that. And what it does well, it does really well. Problem is, when you take that to animation, we've had Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. You know, we've had Demon Slayer. We've set the bar that high for action scenes that pop off, and the action scenes of Solo Leveling. All right, they're right. They're not bad. Yeah, you've seen them. Right? They're right. They're not bad, but they're definitely not at that level of some of the top action anime that we've seen. If we can't reach that level, then
unfortunately people are not going to care.
Unfortunately, people are not going to care as much about it. So, point is, don't read Solo Leveling. Go read Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I'm off the Solo Leveling train. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Please make that a big thing. Because I would love to see an anime about that.
I watched all of Fallout. That's really good.
Is it worth the hype?
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh, really?
It's so good.
I know nothing about Fallout.
I've never watched Fallout. I've never played a game of Fallout. Never done anything. And the fucking show's amazing. It's so good. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, I definitely want to.
And then inadvertently watching Arcane because the main goal is.
So is Fallout is Fallout based on any one of the games, or is it more based on just the world?
No.
Have you played Fallout?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they set up the world and they set up a mystery, and it's really good.
It's original, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it takes some stuff from the game. I think some people were actually annoyed because apparently it did something that goes against one of the things that happened in the game or something. I don't know.
I've only played 3.
Either way, it's an amazing show. Watch it. It was so fucking good.
We are in a golden age of good video game adaptations now.
Yeah, watching this was like, shit, this could like.
Well, now hang on. Let's wait for Borderlands to come out.
Then
you'll see if you say that again.
You had told me this like, obviously I didn't know much about Fallout, and even if it wasn't attached to a game, it was so good that I was just thinking, yeah, this is just a triple A TV show. Like, what the fuck I mean? They're obviously like a
triple A TV show.
Like it felt like the quality's insane of the show. It's so good, and all the effects are awesome too. Everything looks amazing. Like they've really gone above and beyond, and like I'm very glad they didn't really show much about the show beforehand because they just kind of came out and people were like, wait, this shit's amazing. It's amazing. It's so good.
What makes it good?
Dude, I'm not eloquent like you, Gon. I can't explain it.
What did you like about it?
Okay, the world made sense. Like everything made sense in the world. I really liked.
Let's play this game. Okay, what's the show we've both seen recently? Shogun.
You watched all Shogun? You finished it?
Episode 9.
What the fuck? You're on like there's 8 episodes, right?
No, there's 10 episodes.
Is it 10? How many episodes are there in Shogun?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Have you finished Shogun? Have you finished Shogun?
I have. Oh, 10
episodes. Yeah.
It felt like 8.
Yeah, I mean, I watched all the episodes that were out, which was 9
I mean,
episodes.
it's done. It's over.
So I kind of can guess what's going to happen. All right, what do you like about Shogun?
I like that the British guy goes around saying savages. That's fun. I like that part. I don't know. It's just a great story, and also a great political thriller, if you will.
Okay.
I don't know.
It is, by the way.
Yeah.
The writing of the characters is immaculate.
Yeah, every character feels like legit, and like they have their reasonings, which is so rare. Because I'm like, why is this character doing this? Oh, because the show. It's like because he's doing it. And he's just doing it because we needed him to, not because he had this is in his characteristic.
Yeah. So, I completely agree. So, what do you like about Fallout?
That's a great question, Gon. Something mechs. No, there's mechs.
Okay.
I like how like there's like 3 concurrent perspectives of the story being told, and all of them have like their own motivations for trying to figure out what's going on or to continue going forward.
So you said there was a mystery or something as well.
There was a mystery. The mystery's really well told.
Okay.
And even though you find out most of the mystery, there's still more to be found. And also that the answers to the mystery are satisfying. Not like erased.
See, I'm so proud of my boy. All right, you've sold me on Fallout.
The mystery's really good. You love it. It's a good show.
I love mystery shows. I love having a mystery to work towards.
It's very funny. It's actually funny. It's like a few times I was laughing out loud. I was like, that's pretty fucking good.
Okay, you sold me. I've heard that the main girl was the same girl that voiced Jinx in Arcane as well.
Dude, her eyes are so anime.
Yeah, that's huge.
She's huge eyes.
She reminds me of
some leadership.
Yeah, at least Battle Angel, right?
God damn.
Yeah, okay.
Also, it's very gory. When someone gets shot, they like see everything.
In the game, they fucking like explode.
Yeah. Like someone gets shot and they just fully explode.
Yeah.
Also, his practical effect on his face is so good. He's actually wearing like all this like makeup stuff. It looks so good.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really want to watch it.
All right.
So many shows to watch.
Watch one episode of this, and I guarantee you'll play everything else.
I know I'm gonna.
I did. I was like, I'm gonna watch one episode.
This and Shogun are definitely my top 2.
Yeah, it's this Shogun and this is on my watch list. It was like Shogun and Invincible. That was like.
Oh yeah, Invincible 2.
I guess I'm not watching anime for a while. I guess I'm not reading manga as well.
I mean, don't even start Invincible. They brought that. There's like 2 episodes out. You can.
Oh really?
No, it's 4. It's like 4. It's a half season break.
So I mean, it's still a lot of episodes.
Well, season 1 was what, 8 episodes?
Yeah, this one's 8 episodes as well.
But they split it into half a year.
Yeah, but what confused me at the beginning, I was like, oh, they're doing a 40-minute premiere. Then I didn't realize every episode was 40 minutes. So it's basically a double season, in a sense, from the first season.
No, the first season was also 42 and a half, 60 minutes long.
Yeah.
The guy you girl math your way.
Maybe I'm just anime peeled, and I was like, this is an anime.
Not every TV series is 20 minutes per episode.
I'm pretty sure the first episode of Invincible is an hour long.
Yeah, it's really long.
I was anime peeled, and I was like, oh, it's an animated show.
51, 48, 45. Yeah,
They're all like 45
The last
minutes.
episode's like over an hour, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, 48, okay.
Yeah, they're all like 40 to 50 actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
I made that
and
fuck
the
up.
exact same thing, but it's split in half, so you only got to watch like 4 episodes, then you have to wait a year.
Okay, I'm gonna wait till it's fully out then.
Well, it is fully out. The 2 seasons are fully out.
Oh, they're fuck.
Yes, now you can watch
Great.
it.
Another thing I have to watch then.
I would say you can just watch season 1.
Whoa,
if you want more complete.
whoa.
I mean, I've seen season
What the fuck are you talking about, guys? You just watched season 1. What the hell?
I mean, season 2 is good, but it didn't feel like it was. I don't know.
Season 2 setting up for
It didn't
season 3.
feel like as complete as season 1 was. Season 2 was like it ended, and I was like, I feel like it was like halfway through the storyline, the story arc.
Well, yeah, because there's a bunch of self-contained stories, and also obviously we're mainly on Earth, so that one's kind of like covering that relationship, and then season 2 is kind of building up the kind of universe, literally.
Oh, it's like Attack on Titan then.
Kinda, yeah, I'd say so in the sense that
Season 2 was
we had the scope, and then season two pulls out like this, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. And then season 3 was when it all just hit the fan, right?
Season 2 did feel like
Are we really
setting up-
arguing on this?
Yes. I'm just thinking about it before I say something potentially stupid.
Oh, yeah, fuck yes.
Yeah, fuck it. I just said it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Point is, I felt like Invincible season 1, I finished that. I felt satisfied. Invincible season 2, I finished that. I was like, I do not
Not
feel
as satisfied? Right.
because I didn't feel like I've seen a complete storyline arc.
Invincible felt like, you know when like Castlevania season 1 dropped, you're like, holy shit, this goes hard.
Yeah.
Season 1 of this.
Yeah.
Castlevania was like came out of nowhere, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Why is it so good?
It's insanely good.
Why is everyone British? It's so good.
This is all you need for corner. Just give someone like a British accent and you're like, actually,
Literally,
I'm
actually-
what I
actually
realized-
go
what I realized, if you just have British voice actors, I'm biased, in stuff, they just sound so good. They always sound so
They do,
good.
yeah, they
Except for the, what is the game? What's the Nintendo game?
Oh,
Xenoblade. Xenoblade,
Oh,
did that have British voice
well,
actors?
because they took the British voice actors, they're
Yeah,
like,
Rex, right?
you just sound like anime?
Wait, was it Rex or Shulk? No, actually, both of them were British voice actors.
Rex was awesome. Yeah.
That was because they made British people sound anime. And I was like,
Yeah.
and the reason why like fucking Castlevania was good was like, just pretend you're in like modern day UK. And they were like, alright, fucking do
Well, not modern day UK.
No, it is basically modern day UK. I think the poverty is as bad in Castlevania and modern day UK. I don't think it's much difference. We just found out Dracula. Have you been to Birmingham Park?
I was going to say, how far north are we going?
Yeah, it depends. You're a Christian Southerner. You're coming to the North Goal, you'll see. You'll be like, wow, they really had it pretty good in Castlevania. You get the pubs open? It's safe in the
I
pub?
was like, oh my god, Castlevania's real. I didn't realize this.
Oh, why is the new Castlevania season kind of
Is it? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's,
Wait, really? It's a new season?
they have a brand new like storyline.
Oh shit, really?
What's it called?
Which one?
It's like Castlevania like Nocturne or something.
Wait, there's 6 seasons now?
Well, it was technically season 5, right?
Oh Jesus. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's new.
Yeah, so we
characters.
had, what was it, 4 seasons of the original?
4 seasons of
Castlevania?
the original one.
And
then
so now there's Castlevania Nocturne, which I heard was which I didn't watch.
I think it was. I mean, it's great. I think there's just some things where you're like, and then I think they're mainly setting up for season 2 and 3, which you never went into the first season to be doing.
Is this like, well, who's the main character of this?
Some two new characters.
Okay, is it like their descendant?
Oh, it's Richter. It's Richter Belmont.
Yeah, Richter.
Yeah.
So they went Boruto in this shit, man?
I guess, yeah.
I guess so.
I mean, they just, yeah.
It's Castlevania Boruto.
And like,
That's why it's that's why
I also didn't like the show because they showed them throwing the tea in the harbor in Boston. I was like, get that.
Oh no.
It opens up like a traumatic event happening. I was like, yeah, me too, man.
So it's from the American
Alucard isn't
now?
it? I don't want to spoil it. Alucard's in it.
Okay.
He's a Sasuke.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Alucard's
Alucard's the Sasuke of Castlevania.
Oh god.
Yo, Castlevania was so good.
It was so good.
I love that. Did you finish Castlevania?
Yeah.
Did you finish it too?
I think I got to season 3. I haven't seen season 4
I
yet.
love how like every now and then the dialogue between the fight between Simon is it? No,
No, it wasn't Simon. It was the one guy from Castlevania 3.
main
What's
character,
his
the main
name?
character.
What the fuck's the main character?
his
from
fight
Castlevania?
versus death. The dialogue is so fucking funny out of context.
I don't remember.
Can we can we show God? Do you care to see what the dialogue is?
I
Okay.
don't care.
Can you type in a funny dialogue Castlevania death fight? I don't know. Oh shit.
Brilliant.
Funny. Okay, maybe it's.
Yeah, Netflix Castlevania. Try putting that down.
It was so funny. Oh no, it's literally the most like out of context. It sounds so fucking ridiculous.
Trevor Belmont. That's the
Yeah,
name.
Trevor versus death. Like yeah, that's it. Just like the dialogue is so weird.
You don't make anything, you don't live. You just eat and hide.
Is there a point to this? Are you dictating your fucking obituary to me, Belmont?
It's time for us to go.
And who's going to make me go? You? With your bit of string in your hand?
It's just such weird dialogue for like death. Yeah, there's definitely more funny bits, but yeah, it's just like, what is this dialogue? It's just so unique. I'm like, that's why I love the show.
Yeah.
It's just so fucking stupid. The
I
final boss is
think
like,
that stood out to me about the first few Castlevania's seasons was like it's rare just to see banter done well.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, especially in just the new wave of like Marvel movies or something, everyone tries to write banter, but a lot of times it just sounds like, oh, let's quit. Let's just.
I
just
saw that Chris Hemsworth was like, he said that he regretted how much they went off the script on like Thor,
Thor,
Love and Thunder.
yeah,
Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
I still haven't
yeah,
seen it.
yeah, shit. It's just like him being like, oh yeah, mate, every like 5 seconds and just joking. It's just like not funny.
Yeah.
It's, but I think I'm glad that now.
Someone has to like reel it in, you know.
I think they have now. So so many of the Marvel movies have lost money. So I
But
think
no one's watching them anymore.
it's boring.
Yeah. It's been like 5 years. I saw it was like I think 5 years since the Endgame fight or something like that, and I was like, it's been 5 fucking years. What the fuck since that massive cultural moment?
Still haven't seen it.
Madden Web, yeah,
Oh yeah,
$15
Madden
million.
Web, yeah.
Is that even a Marvel movie? I don't think.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that's like there's like the MCU, and then there's like
And then
and then there's like the Sony Marvel shit or whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever the Morbius
either way, I'm
verse
glad
is.
it's over.
Yeah.
At least once every month we should on Marvel. So happy for it to be done.
I just want one more to be good.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get one more.
Well, that's it for today.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed our ramblings.
That's every episode.
Enjoy the trash taste, right?
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed listening to us talk about rapping, though me and Con have no idea about that at all.
I mean, I'm not that knowledgeable.
You're more knowledgeable than us. You listen to words, Joey. That already makes you 100% more qualified.
What's such a high
This
bar
guy's
of
crazy.
entry?
He listens to words.
Such a high bar of entry. Hey, look at all these patrons, though.
That's amazing.
I'm sure they love our ramblings because that's why they support us. And if you'd like to support our future ramblings, then head on over to Patreon. Patreon.com/trashtaste. Hey, we got a brand new Patreon exclusive video up this week, by the way. Why don't you go check it out? Here's a little clip of it.
Oh, you gotta check it out. Listen, man. Press this. Oh my god, what are you doing? I literally saw the Kirby.
But hey, if you want to check that out and a whole lot more, then patreon.com/trashtaste. As always, also follow us on Twitter. Send us memes on the subreddit if you hate our faces. Listen to us on Spotify. And we will talk about something we're a little bit more knowledgeable on next time.
See you next week.
That's a lie. All right, bye.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers. No, wait! Let's go!
Another one.
Oh my god!
Another one.
You got G on first pull? No, I wasn't that lucky. I got him on the second pull. It took me an... I
wish I would have known this earlier because I wasted a bunch of wave plates leveling up weapons and characters early, and I should have been fighting bosses. I want to explain why. Gamers, this is a guide that actually is evolving now that we found out there's a brand new 5-star selector coming out in the game. It is possible to have up to 3 different 5 stars right now as a free-to-play player. Now, it's not for everyone, but even at 2, and with some of the good 4-star units, you can absolutely start running out of resources. Now, I have leveled up as far as I can my Gian. I'm going to ascend my Mortify today. I've ascended Verena, but need to keep going, and I'm already capping out and not having enough wave plates. I don't have enough energy to get up their weapons, get up all these characters, and you're going to start running into situations where you don't have enough to keep going. So here's my recommendation. Obviously, you only want to build 2 or 3 characters, but there's one thing that I did not realize until just last night. In your skills, once you have gotten into Soul Phase 3 for the world tier, so at Union level 20, you hit a new world tier and you can take everyone up to level 50. And you can start leveling up their skills. So you're going to need materials for that. All right, I'll just move my head so you can kind of see that again. You're going to need materials for all these different things. But also, you can unlock this passive. And this requires a specific boss material. And these are really big upgrades for some of the characters. But these are a finite resource and different depending on the character. You can only get 3 fights of these bosses per week, and we're running out of time to do that. So if you want to progress and you want to get multiple characters up and built, you're going to need to start doing that sooner rather than later. Now you can see if I switch over to this guy, it is a different one. This is from the Dreamless boss, one of the final bosses of the current story, right? Everyone is going to use different ones. My team happens to have all Monument Bells, all right? Oops, mortified. They all use a Monument Bell. So if I only fought this boss one time this weekend, all the other ones, I wouldn't be able to progress and give them these huge passives that are going to boost up my team. Like Verena's is a 20% attack bonus that is just missing because I haven't fought the boss. So how do we get these materials? Normal stat materials, these things can actually be bought out of a couple different shops. The souvenir shop, you can buy them. The weaponsmithing shop in town, you can buy them. So a lot of the early game character level up materials for their weapons or for their skills, you can get for free. But the boss materials come from 3 different sources. So if you want the bell on the map here, there's one in the corner here. It's the Bellborn Geo Chalon. But you can only fight this 3 times, right? There's only 3 fights available per week. If I fight this boss once, I'll be at 2 out of 3. If I fought this boss, I would be at 1 out of 3. If I fought this boss, then I would be at 0 out of 3. I would not be able to continue. So depending on the units that you want to level, you need to focus in on those bosses. So for me, I'm going all in on this boss because I need these bells. This is the priority for my account right now because I've got multiple units that are going to be using the Monument Bell. Okay? If you make this mistake now, or you don't fight these bosses, you are essentially a week behind on getting these passives. And it might not seem like a big deal, but these are huge upgrades for some of the characters, potentially game-changing, giving energy or whatever it might be. So you don't want to slip on this. It's a pretty good investment of your resources. It also gives you a crafting material so you can make some of the craftable weapons. I'm not going to pretend that the craftable weapons are amazing or anything like that, but it is an option for you. So overall, I think there's something we can't be slipping on. It's a mistake you can make, but I think the next big mistake that people are making is on weapon materials. I think overall, one of the biggest upgrades that you can make is getting your weapons up, is getting your characters ascended, but using your wave plates on these. I did not realize how many you can get without using any sort of energy in the game. So I'm in a situation right now where, okay, I've got 151, that's good. I can almost finish up my Mortify and Verena using this energy. But this is a slow charging energy, and I could use my crystal solvents if I wanted to progress. I absolutely could. But what I did early on is I wasted quite a bit of wave plates on the weapon forgeries, or whatever you want to call it. So there's like a weapon forgery, the forgery challenge. This is to get these materials. I could have bought most of these at a shop and wasted, I wasted like 200 wave plates essentially on this. I didn't need to do that. I could have had 2 different characters, fully ascended, fully leveled up, and that was my mistake. So where are we going to get these from? So let's just go in really quickly and I'll show you exactly where to go so you can buy these yourself and not have to stress out about it. I'm going to show you where you can buy essential materials for your characters, flowers. This is going to be a really big game changer for you to help you progress. So in Jinzo City, all right, if we go down here, oh yeah, sorry, this is down here. I was like, where are we? If we jump down from that teleporter, you've probably seen this area before. The souvenir shop is one way of doing it. So while you're exploring, you're going to open up chests and you're going to get these wooden textured shards. There's multiple things you can buy here. You can buy some lustrous poles and all that, but you can actually buy these essential materials for this currency. But there's actually other places to get this that's potentially cheaper or easier to do. You can do this at the very start of the game. So the other thing you can do is the pharmacy right here, just straight ahead from us. There is the pharmacy. I think it's down below though. Yeah, it's down below. So in the pharmacy down here, you can buy flowers. And these flowers allow you to ascend your characters. Some of these are really annoying to get. In the case of this, I've got 0. I've got none of them. In the case of the Bell Poppy, I've got 7. This is Verena's upgrade material. This is Ling Yang's and some other people's. So if you don't have any of these flowers, like I've literally never seen a lantern berry. I don't even know where to get these bad boys. You can buy 15 of them and start ascending your characters. It is going to cost you, but I think it is absolutely worth it in the early game so you can get some of these ascensions going. You don't have to buy all 15. It's 45,000 money to buy all of them. But you can just buy a couple of them, get that ascension, and you're good to go. The other thing you can do is at this forgery, the weapon crafting forgery. You can go here and you can buy more weapon upgrade materials and character upgrade materials. And you can get a whole bunch of them for, again, about 45,000 money. Which, you know, at the end of the day, that is not the end of the world. You will get more credits from the events and different things here. But if you talk to Uncle Wei, he will actually sell you. Cool. There's this trash. Don't buy this because you can get these from farming enemies. But at the bottom here, because I've already bought them, these are all those essential materials. And so if I'd have known this, I never would have wasted all of those wave plates early game on this. I would have worked on ascending my characters, and I am now. I mean, I'll fix it today, but I could have had multiple characters at level 50 yesterday, had all that attack bonus, started working on their skills. I could have leveled their skills if I would have just bought these and I would have fought the bosses instead. So that's my recommendation in the early game. Use those wave plates on actually fighting the bosses and getting their rewards, whether it's the boss materials there, the limited ones, or things like this to ascend your characters. I need to fight this one more time, use my energy to get this so I can take my Mortify up, and that is what I would highly recommend you do in the early game. For context as well, if you look at my characters, I've got multiple weapons that are leveled up. I've upgraded these as high as I can, and I'm just waiting for the 5-star for Gian to do the same. But if I wanted to take the sword up for Yang Yang, and I wanted to max this thing out, I've got, basic materials from just chests and things like that, but I have lots of experience. I could max out probably 2 more weapons, no problem. So farming for weapon experience, not really worth it. Farming for echo experience, again, I leveled up a bunch of echoes yesterday, but I still have quite a bit of experience available. I can use some of the low-tier echoes if I wanted to. I could actually use some of the echoes if I wanted to. Maybe I can only use the ones that are actually leveled up. But anyways, I would be able to do that. I'm not worried about the echo experience. I've got quite a few that I leveled up for a quest, and it was no problem getting them there. And on top of that, for characters, once again, if I wanted to level someone up here, I have a ton of these bad boys, 63 of the purple ones. I can level this up, no problem. And this is just from chests and quests and all that different stuff. So for me, the priority should be the bosses all day of the week. I wish I would have known this sooner. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Oh man, I'm so excited, bro. I'm excited to run! Another no! Damn, that would've been legendary! I don't want to start over, man. What's going on, Jack? Don't do that, guys. Guys, don't do that. Hey, that was the next best thing. Hey, that was the next best thing. No, it was. No! That was it. I don't have to start over. Chat, what the fuck? Did I just get scammed? Chat, did I just get scammed? The pain, bro.
What I need is this motherfucking monk. I really hope, guys, that I don't have to reroll more than once. Yes, we got him! We got the big flower and the little flower. Let's go! Experience? We're about to hit level 2 right here. And there we go, level 2. Yo, can we not summon yet? Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't need to be grinding any of these guys, because for all I know, I might be re-rolling.
Predicting the future.
Okay, guys, I'll be honest. I'm skipping all this just to see when I get to the freaking the summon part. Okay, let me make my wishes, man. Come on, bro. I need to make my wishes to see if I'm gonna continue on this account. Here it is, here it is, here it is. There it is. All right, we got 21 wishes.
The love of my life.
Yan Shin, boo boo, I need you to come home in 20 pools. Nobody will make a better guide. Nobody will treat you better. All of these pussy ass motherfuckers were calling you mid because they have tiny brains and they don't know what they're talking about. I'm the only motherfucker who deserves you. So I need you to come home. I'm on home. Damn, that would've been legendary. We got Alto, man. Alto, go hard though, guys. I go cap. Chat, I don't want to start over, man. Ah, now I gotta grind a little hard. Oh my god, give me the people I don't want, bro. Oh wow. Oh my god, it gave me Amber. What the fuck? What's going on, chat? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna watch my own short. 10 gifted from live stream. Wait, we didn't get that yet. Tomorrow? So both the limited 10 and the standard 10 come tomorrow then. Okay. Reroll tomorrow then? Yeah, I think that's what maybe they're trying to prevent rerolls, bro. What the hell?
You gotta stop!
Alright, so at Union level 5, guys, we get another 5. Right here. And that'll net us another 10 pull. So that's probably part of the reroll strategy, is to hit Union level 5 to get 5 more. And Union level 5 should be fucking easy to hit. Like very easy to hit. Okay, guys, I'll be honest. Now the reroll is starting to look more like a pain in the ass. It's looking like if you really want to do a quick reroll experience, you need to fucking pray that you get a 5-star and 20 wishes. If you do that, you can reroll in 30 minutes of game time. Okay, let's see what we got here. Item exchange. Here we go. And now we're broke. Well, damn. I think I just used the back currency, guys.
No. Wait.
I think I just used the back. Fuck me. Don't do that, guys. Guys, don't do that. You should be using that on this one. Hey, I only did it one time, bro. It's not that big of a deal. Here we go. Oh my fucking god, dude. Hey, we definitely re-rolling this account, bro. Time to re-roll. Time to re-roll, guys. How many do we have? Do we have 8? Oh, we have 8 on the money. We have 8 on the money. Here it is. Jian Shin, my boo-boo. Listen, you know who your man is. You black and white, I'm black and white. We are the real yin and yang. We belong together. All right, come on home, baby. Damn it. Bro, 30 wishes in, I still ain't get it, bro. I gotta make a choice here, man. I don't know if it's worth going further or trying to get another account and doing another 30 wishes. I'm gonna see if I can push a little bit further, guys, and get one more 10 pull in. Is it this? Oh yeah, look. See, we get a wish. Ah, hell, I'm broke. How much it cost? How do we grind this wood right here? So this is the guy that you turn in all your Sonic caskets that you acquire. We got 2 lustrous tides for that. Also, dude, collecting those Sonic caskets are very important for re-rolling. I just realized, bro, we unlocked dailies. There's another wish. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Bro, please, man. Dude, please, don't make me go all the way to 50. Oh my fucking god, man. Son of a bitch, bro. It looks like at this particular point, how fast can we get to Union level 10? I think that's the next objective. Give me a second when my voice is messaging me right now. You motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Fuck you, Bright. I'm so jealous. Bright, how could you, dog? I thought we were boys. Oh, I want to cry, dog.
Where the fuck is my Jian shit, bro?
Please, Gabe, don't torture me like this, bro. Dude, I ran up all the way up here to this chest just to be locked. What the fuck, man? I'll keep it, but guys, we definitely should have re-rolled after that 48 wish. Guys, I just need 2 lustrous tides, and I can make it happen.
Young Shed, I got dragged through the mud for this first playthrough. I'll be honest, it's been a bit painful. They gave me a sequence of fucking amber of Chixia. Okay, it's been real rough. They haven't really been blessing me. I wasted all my pulls on that battery. Give me shit. Okay, but you can make everything right again. All you need to do is come home, please.
Please. I know it's a low chance, but it's a chance. Hey, that was the next best thing. Hey, that was the next best thing. No, it was the next best thing, chat. You know, I can't really complain. That was it. I don't have to start over.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something right.
Remaining. Oh my god, I gotta make 80. I thought y'all said this carried over. I gotta make 80 fucking wishes, bro. Oh shit, chat. I know it made you start all the way over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like 80. But you can get it early if you're lucky. Who lied to you, man? The game said now you gotta go reroll, bro. The game said get your ass off your reroll, nigga. What the fuck you think this is? That was a fucking clear-cut message, bro. We gotta do it now. We gotta do it now, chat. So, we got to, bro. What you want me to say? The game literally said get the fuck off and reroll, bro. Got your smacky, bro. All right, man. We're running it back. Jian Shin, I told you so many things today, it's not even funny. You're black and white, I'm black and white, you know what I mean? I made the most peak guide for you. I converted so many Jian Shin mains out there, it's not even like, bro, come on. Hey, bro. No, chat. We got rid back. Hey, man, listen, we got rid back, bro. That's all that means. That's it. That's the name. You just make a smug face when you pull. You shall receive.
the smug face is the face you make after you get what you want. You only do it after the fact. You never do it before. Okay, here we go, guys. Oh, Sanwa has this. Oh, that's huge, man. Getting Sanwa? That's huge. Wuthering Waves, please, bro. Please, man. Look at her, man. They put her in the middle, man. They knew what they were doing. Bro, what the fuck, man? Bro, fuck you, MTash. Fuck you, man. Oh, you know what? If we hit Union 5, we get 40. Dude, hitting Union 5 is actually so fucking easy. I'm funny. Oh my god. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on. Don't make me go any further, please, bro. It's been 6 hours, 6.5 hours, bro. Come on. Here it is. Is there any way for us to get close to this shit, dog? Like, come on, bro. Give me my fucking wish. Give me my fucking wish. Nah, bro, give me my wish. There's like no way for us to get there, bro. Honestly, guys, you can get 50 if you just use all your ass right. You can actually get 50 in like fucking 40 minutes, 50 wishes. We get 60 from the survey. Bro, this shit about to take 3 years, bro. What the hell? I'm good. I can't even understand what the fuck his hand. Guess I don't need to. That's the easiest 60 ass I ever got in my life. Where my 60? What the fuck? Chat, what the fuck? Did I just get scammed? Chat, did I just get scammed? First thing I see when I go on YouTube is MTash talking about he got a 5-star. What a bitch. Give him a little time. We're gonna give him a little time. Y'all mind if I give myself a redeem code, bro? Hold up, chat. We gotta claim the fuck out of this redeem code.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Ah, hell no, bro. Give me. What you mean? Which one of you motherfuckers in here typing so goddamn fast you about to be in Mission Impossible 3? What y'all thirsty ass nigga? Let me get something. What the fuck? Man, come on, bro. One of you niggas type fast as shit. Yo, there go my redemption code. Chat. Somebody in chat type fast as a motherfucker, bro.
Underwater.
The pain, bro.
I have a puzzle. I see.
Please, bro. I'm tired of re-rolling, dog. I'm tired of re-rolling, bro. Okay, we gotta win character to start off with. That's gotta count for something, bro.
Now, how do I connect it with the Symphodite?
I'm fucking dying over here, bro. Bro, I don't even know how to make another email, bro. There we go. You need sleep? What I need is this motherfucking monk. That's what I need, chat. Listen to me, bro. I need this fucking monk. That's what I need. Okay, that's Union level 5, 100%. Now we have to sprint over to the guy and unlock the shit. Forgot what it's called. We're at 41 minutes. We just have to beat 45 minutes, and then we have our 50 pulls in 45 minutes. 50 pulls in 45 minutes is pretty solid, actually. Oh my god, the game just fucking crashed. All right, let's do it. We got 28 wishes, man. If you're lucky, you get 50 wishes with the character you actually want. This is the last time I'm doing this shit. If she doesn't come home, guys, I tried. Lord knows I tried. You guys know I fucking tried. This bitch just didn't want to come home. Okay, here it is. On the bright side, we did prove that you can get 50 wishes in 40 minutes. We did prove that shit. I told y'all. We will be waiting for another reroll smack. Hey, if we do another one, it ain't gonna be tonight, bro.
A new walkway has shown up. Seems I will need to look for more.
You know what's when it comes to the story? Not going to do the game. Hey man, listen. Everything that you're saying, I've already said. Like, I put a YouTube video on it, I put a Twitter post on it, like, regardless of all of the issues that Wuthering Waves had, Genshin Impact has those same issues for 4 years, and they're never gonna get fixed. So why are we acting like only one game has issues? It makes no sense. Sounds hypocritical when you at least get 9 minutes of West Story while you at least watch the Genshin stories. Okay, so you think I'm hypocritical. So what you're saying is that I did all of Genshin story, right? So you're saying I did all of Genshin story, but I skipped Wuthering Waves. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure that's exactly what you're saying. Okay? While you're talking here, let's hear it. Sounds good when you literally skip 9 minutes of West Story while you at least watch the story, right? Is that what you're saying? No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, say it again. Say it again. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Okay, so you're saying I skipped more in Wuwa. So here's the fun fact. I haven't skipped any Wuthering Waves main story that I haven't already experienced in the closing beta. And that's why I said in the beginning of Wuthering Waves, you usually spam through unvoiced dialogue. No, I already skipped it. Me being caught, bitch. Are you retarded? Bro, I skip every single unvoiced dialogue. Every single game I do that. Every single game. In Wuthering Waves, I've already done the main story for the CBT2. This guy's actually retarded. Here, I'll write it down. That way you can read it. Okay, hold up. I skip every side quest unvoiced in every game without exception.
I see my way clear.
I haven't skipped any main story quest I haven't already experienced in the CBT. So go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. We get it, you don't like Hoyo, but want that bag. Okay, so I want to let you know, I have made now 8 times the amount that I've been paid for the sponsorship for Wuthering Waves by merely just
I see my way clear.
Okay? You glazing on the game for shit that should have been fixed before release isn't good. Like what? What have I been glazing that needs finishing and polishing? Let me know what I've been glazing specifically that isn't in a good state right now. You're saying the devs rolling out emergency hotfixes is good. It is. When a game has an issue and the devs respond and fix it, that's a great thing. Rather than ignoring it and saying it's a feature, not a bug. That's not good, so you got unfinished products. Well, if you don't want a unfinished game, then you shouldn't support Genshin Impact either. Because the amount of bugs that exist on day 1 were insane. They shouldn't fix beforehand. Okay, so we're doing rules for thee, but not for me, are we? Bug Mega Thread 1.0 4 years ago on the release of Genshin Impact. So why is it rules for thee, but not for me? So then you're saying Genshin Impact should be finished as well. Is that right? At least Genshin didn't have major performance issues. So you're saying that having characters have their face deleted, having people be able to go into other people's co-op world of Kave and delete artifact domains isn't a serious issue? Are you telling me that Arlecchino's bug versus Dvalin that still exists today, where the developers say it's a feature, not a bug, is fine? It's literally unplayable for a significant chunk of players still. Okay. So are you saying that Genshin Impact did not have a serious issue where it was breaking people's phones on launch by overheating it and people not being able to run it on mobile? Now you're just being disingenuous? Where? Where am I being disingenuous? Good. Compared to Genshin, Lua has more issues. That's an undisputable fact. Okay? So what you're saying is, well, this game's messed up, but this game's more messed up. So this one's perfectly fine and the other one's a bad guy. Is that what you're saying? Because it seems to me like you ignore all of Genshin's issues, but yet you have to acknowledge every single one of Wuthering Waves. I'm not saying that. You're twisting my words still. Okay, then what are you saying? Let me know exactly what it is that you're saying. I want to know exactly what it is that you're saying. Because so far, I've disproven every single one of your claims, and you continue to move the goalposts. Because here's the thing. I'm not saying Wuthering Waves doesn't have issues. I've actually said it has issues multiple times about the voice acting and the story. But what I'm saying is, the game is playable. Where people saying it is in mass unplayable, that is simply not true. It is unplayable for some people, but for the large majority, it is still playable. I'm saying don't praise the incompetent devs for fixing shit and saying, oh, Temple is insane. So let me tell you why I'm doing that. Because when Genshin Impact does bug fixes or hot fixes, whenever it happens, we get rewarded about maybe 100 primo gems. Maybe if we're lucky, even 480. I'm saying that we get a bug fix in this game, we got Temple. So in comparison, yeah, it's pretty good that we get 10 to 6x the amount of rewards we get for the game. Story issues are way too late to fix. That's crazy because they just fixed the story in beta as well. And honestly, here's another hot take. I don't think the story's bad, I think the delivery's bad. And I think it's the voice acting. And I think they can retroactively address the voice lines. So go ahead. Keep going, man. We can sit here all day. It's in release, bro. They can rewrite in beta. They can 1,000,000% change voice lines and change voice work.
Keep your
post launch. They can 1,000,000% do that. There's nothing saying that you can't change that. I'm saying the plot, you disingenuous fuck. I think plot is subjective on whether you enjoy it or not, and it's not an objective fact that something is unenjoyable or not. Right? So I'm saying the voice acting. See, for example, if I made a plate of spaghetti, 10 people are gonna eat it. 8 might enjoy it, 2 might not. It's subjective. That's why I'm saying the delivery is bad, not the actual story. I feel like if the voice actors were changed and gave different intention, the voice structure was changed, that would be much better. So continue to tell me how I'm being shield. You skipping 90% of the game is evidence of that. I skipped 90% of Genshin Impact as well.
Keep your fangs sharp.
I literally hired somebody to go on my account to play the game for me, and that includes main story quests. So far for Wuthering Waves, I've skipped 0% main story quests. But I am skipping the side quests, as I do for every game. And yet you're still blazing, Jesus Christ. And look at that. And suddenly, I don't think you can defend your points anymore. So do you have anything else that you think you've caught me on, Mr. Tectone? This game is gonna be dead at I don't have any more points, so I'm gonna just say the game is dead. This game is gonna be dead in like TOF, and you'll be back to farming that this game wasn't that good in a few months. Okay, well then I'll see you in a few months. That's the same thing that people said for Honkai Star Rail too. How I'd give up on that game, I wouldn't play it, and then I would shit talk it. That's wild, right? Remember that? And then y'all said that game would be dead too. You remember that? That's wild. You can't have longevity without a good story of characters. Yeah, I know, dude. League is dead. Yeah, I know, dude. Smash Bros is dead. True. Again, being disingenuous. Oh, really? How am I being disingenuous? Go ahead. You're comparing apples to oranges? Okay. Well, you gave me a vague statement. I am giving you points to counter. If you don't want me to make vague comparisons, then make specific comparisons. This is a story-focused game. Says who? Says who? Who said that? Who said that this is a story-focused game? Let me know when the dev said that. Can you prove that? Because as far as I'm concerned, I thought it was an action RPG. Literally 90% of the game is story and exploration. Well, no, you said it's a story-focused game. You didn't say it was a story and exploration-based game. Because if it's a story and exploration game, the exploration is actually quite good. So then what percent of the game is story? Let me know, because right now you just comboed it. That's not very... That's pretty disingenuous, don't you think? I don't think you're being very genuine. So is it a story game or is it an exploration game? No wonder you're the most hated man on Twitch and the most viewed. So, anything else? You haven't brought up my divorce yet. You haven't brought up that I'm bald. You got anything else or no? Most viewers, like those 30 million fake pre-registrations. Oh, okay, so the viewers are fake. Okay, why did it say they have 91% then? So then are you saying that I have the most viewers, but allegedly 8.7% of my viewers could be fake? So are you saying that if 8% of my audience right now, which is 10,800, if let's say 1.1k of those are fake, that would drop me down to 9k, which would still be the most by 6,000 viewers. So, what's your argument now? Doesn't Wu pre-registrations are real, dude? It's a joke. Okay, so let me get this right. So you've moved every single one of your points wrong, and now you're getting it to the point where you expect me to prove that the pre-registers are fake. Okay, let me show you why the pre-registers are real. And then we're gonna see where you move the goalpost to next. So if the pre-registers are fake and there's actually no engagement or no interest online, then why does Google Trends say that currently, as of time of recording, Wuthering Waves has 5 times the amount of interest as Genshin Impact? Why does Wuthering Waves have 90 times the viewership of Genshin Impact? Is it because Google Trends is bottom as well? Because it's a new game? So what you're saying is the game has high interest because it's a new game? Oh my god. And you know what? Do you think maybe 30 million people could have been excited for it because it's a new game, just like Google Trends show? You're being disingenuous as fuck. Google Trends isn't evidence for 30 million viewers, but it's also not evidence against it. However, you know what evidence you have? Nothing besides, well, I really feel like it's fake. So I have presented evidence for it. You provided zero evidence against it, yet you're saying my proof is disingenuous, but your gut feeling is more legitimate. So how does that work? By the way, man, we understand that you just learned the word disingenuous 30 seconds ago, but you're spamming that shit more than Genshin Impact Combat. Look at the Twitch viewership for Wuwa. It's already dropping like a fly. It didn't even hit 200,000 viewers on launch day. Oh man, you're right. It's over. Do you want to know why? Because they didn't put fucking drops at launch. If they would have put drops, it would have had more viewership, but not everybody watches Twitch. Like, oh, it didn't even hit 200k. Oh man. Is that the magic number that proves everything correct? What is the value of 200k? Because right now, Tectone, I'm gonna say something, man. I don't think I'm the one being disingenuous in the show. I feel like it's one of you. Yes, it's one of the evidence points. Oh, so because Twitch didn't hit 200,000 viewers on launch, can you send me graphical data showing what the peak viewership hit for Twitch was? Can you show me? Can you show me a graph of the category? Just so I can pull it up. Twitch, no, you can Google it if you want to send it. I showed you mine. I was very kind, but you can send me yours. Pull it up. Chat on mobile. No, chat. This is not your fight to battle. This is not your fight to battle. I'll pull it up when you link it. I'll pull it up when you link it. You can do your job. You're not gonna come into my chat and tell my chat what to do. Listen, man, you wanted to step up. I've given you more than 10 minutes. All right, here we go. All right, Twitch Insights. All right, so currently was 60,000 watching, and right now it hit at max, let's say 146,000. So Genshin Impact only has 1.6 thousand live viewers. So then I guess all the pre-registrations were fake. 7 day you're disingenuous again. You think so? How's that? What am I being disingenuous about? Look at all-time graphs, bro. Okay, I would love to. You want me to look at all-time? I'd love to. Oh, I don't think this is gonna prove the point that you think it's gonna prove, man. I don't think that this is gonna prove what you think is gonna prove. I'm gonna be real, brother, man. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. So here's the thing, man. On the launch of a very big update, it only peaked at 72,000. But Wuthering Waves peaked at 146,000. So I'm gonna be real, dude. Like, your game's kind of dropping like a fly. Like, that's not, I know, 619,000 peaking. Look where it's at now. Look where it's at now. With COVID, it's 619,000 when internet activity was increased by 417%. You know, you should be comparing Genshin's launch to Mulan. No, you actually shouldn't, because during COVID era, internet active usage on Twitch was actually increased by 417%. Right? So no, I wouldn't compare that. And even if I did, 619,000 divided by 25%, because that's how much people are on here, that would actually equate to around 150,000, which is very comparable to Wuthering launch. And that's just evidence that Wuthering will die in a couple months, that residual viewership for even Genshin's that low. No, because the same thing with Honkai Star Rail happened, where the launch of Honkai Star Rail was actually much less than Genshin Impact. However, the game is still thriving, very comparable to Genshin, actually surpassing Genshin multiple times. So actually that argument is also valid by previous user data. So, am I being disingenuous? The game is thriving because of good story and good characters. Wuthering has none of that. Okay, so are you telling me that a burger restaurant can't thrive because the track and field store sells shoes, and if you don't sell shoes, you can't be successful? Or do you think that different games can be successful for different reasons? Because just because the track and field store is successful because they sell shoes, doesn't mean the burger restaurant can't be successful for selling burgers. They're both the same genre. Are they? Are they? Once again, it's like comparing Genshin to League. You're doing the same thing again. No, not. Because Genshin is much more story-focused. You know, you get a 2-hour story every, it used to be 6 weeks, but now it's about every 24 weeks. And for Wuthering Waves, you actually play the game and do combat. The reason why you're saying it's different is because they're different games. Because you're saying they're the same and you're saying they're different. And same with Wuthering. The exploration content is going to dry up in a week. Sure, it might. But in 1.1, if they add more to explore and more to fight, then you're fine. Case in point, Honkai Star Rail. The content still dries up, but that doesn't mean it's a dead game, because with the new patch, you can explore it again. And you'll be min-picking. Oh, okay, then show me this when I'm going around picking min. Show me this when I'm out of content and I'm going around picking min. Let me know. Subtext on, who's your favorite content creator? For gotcha. Isn't Genshin botting viewers on Twitch who keep streaming the game because they'll lose their identity? Yeah, I can't prove that now, unfortunately. So let me get this right, and I just want to make sure that we're all here right now. Okay, we're all here. Okay? I have disproved every single point that you put out. You have moved, and you've moved, and you've moved, and you've moved, and now we're at the final stages. Okay? Now we're at the final stages. So I am just curious. Okay? Do you still think I'm being disingenuous? Let me know. Do you still think I'm being disingenuous? And also, Zach Ross a great content creator. Yes? Okay, about what? What do you think I'm being disingenuous about? Everything? You're eating this pile of dog shit like it's a buffet. Really? You think so? I think I have a pretty nuanced take on Wuthering Waves, pros and cons. But you really think that I'm being disingenuous about everything? Every single thing I said? Or are you using a vague blanket statement because you don't really know the specifics, and so you're into a corner, and now you're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks? Kind of like I throw a cover on my dick and I see what my face. Yes, saying that everything can be fixed by the dev soon. Well, not everything needs to be fixed. Only a few things need to be fixed. But 95% of the game is fine. So what are you upset about? Anything more? Because right now it seems like you're just slopping up Genshin shit. The story needs to be fixed. It's even heavily criticized by CN for being so bad. Okay, well I haven't finished it yet, so I don't want to judge that. And for me, I've already said the beginning is rough, the star part is cool, and now for Act 5 it's also enjoyable. And I think subjectively, people can enjoy the story, but even for me, I don't really enjoy it that much. However, I don't think this game lives and dies by the story, because I think it's brought more to the table. I do agree that it's an important aspect of the game, but on the same note that Genshin Impact lives and dies by the story, I mean, just think about it. Nobody gives a fuck about the combat in the game, so what makes you think that Wuthering Waves can't survive instead of good exploration, movement, and combat, and gameplay? What makes you think that it can't do that? Because right now, it's in a genre of games where no other game has combat to this degree. Combat alone can't carry this game, it'll get old after a while. According to whom? Because you get a new character every 6 weeks. Because just like you're saying that combat alone can't carry this game, it'll get old after a while, the same people were saying that Honkai Star Rail turn-based RPG will also get tired. New characters isn't content, even you said that. No, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree that new characters are new combat. But if people are willing to be bored and they want something fresh to change the game, they be more than willing to spend. HSR has good story and characters, that's the difference. Okay, but did they or did they not? Because no one's denying that. No one's denying that Honkai Star Rail has good story. I've been saying that since day one. But did people not say that the game would be irrelevant because it was turn-based RPG? Because that was a major point of contention. They said it wasn't open world. They said nobody wants a turn-based RPG. Yeah, but if I didn't make who wanted everything poorly besides combat? So what you're saying is the combat is good? Right? So let me make sure. So you're saying the combat is good? Yes, I never said the combat was bad, but the rest of the game is trash, in your opinion. So what you're saying is the combat is good. So why can't they build a foundation around this combat? And combat alone cannot carry this game long term. Okay. That's your opinion. Why don't we wait and see? Don't you think it would be better to just wait and see? Or should we quit right now because the combat's really fun and good? Because I'm confused with the point that you're making. Yeah, you better credit me when you make excuses for who I died. Oh, I'm not gonna credit you. Well, I mean, I'd be crediting myself because I'm the same person, right? How do you feel about yourself after all this? Do you feel like you exposed me for being a shill, or what do you think? Because what I saw was a person desperately trying to prove a point, doing over-emotional points that you weren't backing up whatsoever, and moving the goalpost and moving the goalpost and moving the goalpost. I'm good. I still think you're being a shill, but nothing I will say will change your echo chamber's mind. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Why would I need to shill? Why do you think I would need to shill Wuthering Waves? What makes you think that I would be incentivized to shill Wuthering Waves? Because you're the Genshin hater and you built the community around it. And now you need to save face. How would me shilling Wuthering Waves make me save face? Don't you think if the game was bad, I would say the game is bad and then push the goalpost to Azure Familia? Because Azure Familia is very, very, very casual. And that's going to be more directly comparable because of that. So why would I need Wuthering Waves to work out when Azure Familia is releasing later this year? And why would I need to shill that when I've also made it a career of just doing general just chatting reacting? And if my echo chamber of my chat accepts everything I would say, then why would I need to save face if in your logic, you're saying that they'll accept whatever I say regardless? Because you literally spend like 3 months saying, Wuthering will save the Genshin X players. And I think it did. And I really think it did. And I also said the past 3 months, but I've said the past 3 years. That's way different. I don't know, I think the game is great. So don't you think I would have done the same thing that I've done with every other game, where when it has pros and when it has cons, I say exactly what they are, and I get the developers to listen. Because if I were to shill this game, when developers are listening, wouldn't that be counterintuitive, where all I've wanted is a developer that actually listens to the player base? That's being disingenuous again. How? This game is performing poorly just based on metrics. How? Listening to the players isn't a sign that the devs are competent. Okay, so is ignoring the players a sign that the developers are competent? So should developers ignore their players then? Is it they like the ability to push quality products and don't have folks in mind where the game should go? Okay, so is what you're saying, this direct comparison of Wuthering Waves against Impact, are you saying that the Genshin Impact Hoyoverse players and the developers are taking the game in a good direction? They literally wrote 80% of the story because the CN community blamed. Exactly, and that's a great thing. At least Genshin does a focus. Okay, so tell me, what did Genshin focus on from 4.3, 4.4, 4.5, and 4.6? What did they focus on? And when you play on Echo Chambers, keep in mind the Genshin community praised 4.3 for 4.6 for being dry patches. That way they can catch up on all content. They had a roadmap of all the contents even prior to release, and that lasted until 1.2. Yes, they named their contents. They gave their contents a name. That's amazing. That is huge, man. They had a focus. You know what I think, Decto? You know what I think? I think you're the shield for Genshin Impact. That's what I think. I think that you're the shield. Because as far as I'm concerned, you have not picked a single issue that Genshin Impact has had this entire conversation. You're acting like it's a game that can do no wrong, and you have only pointed out negativity in the opposing game. That's what I think. Even Asden said Wuha is a great combat-focused game that's brought down by everything else. Okay, well, I think Asden wasn't giving a full, in-depth opinion on what he was saying, because that is a straight-up incorrect take, okay? Here's what Wuthering Waves does very good. Exploration, movement, combat. Even the player reward system and endgame systems, okay? Here's what Wuthering Waves has not done good yet. Voice acting and story. The characters, in my opinion, the males are better than any of the males in all your games. The females are lackluster until Yinlin comes out. I would also like to say that Genshin Impact's 1.0 story, I shit you not, was fighting a spirit of a spiral abyss mage on top of Dvalin, and the story has not progressed barely anything in 3 years. Where is our brother? Who knows? Yes, and those are the two most important aspects for a live service game to last long. Okay, so are you telling me that people play World of Warcraft only for the story, and the raid mechanics and PvP are why people are playing it? Because as far as I'm concerned, Final Fantasy XIV is a more story-based heavy game, and World of Warcraft is a more mechanically intensive game, meaning that two of games that are similar live services and similar models can exist for different reasons. Do you get it yet or no? You keep saying 1.0 Genshin is bad, but it's iconic. People who don't even play Genshin know Amber and Jean and shit. Yeah, from the porn, and the oversaturation of marketing. And also it was during COVID. Genshin came out before COVID. COVID happened in December. Virus discovered in Wuhan, China in 2019 and spread rapidly around the globe. It was declared pandemic by the World Health Organization in March 2020. Genshin Impact release date, September 28, 2020. So, what were you saying? So let me get this right. I'm going to show you Google showing you with direct evidence that you're wrong, and you're still going to defend your point. How about you say I'm sorry, I misspoke. Genshin came out in September, COVID came out in December. I'll pull it up again. Virus discovered in Wuhan, China in 2019 spread rapidly around the globe. It was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization in March 2020. Genshin Impact, September 28, 2020. All right, we're going to pull up again. We're going to wait. You're being disingenuous again. Okay, so I just want to make sure. We can move forward with this conversation, but you need to acknowledge that you're wrong. Once you agnowledge that you're wrong, we can move forward. Because we're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere unless you act still truth. I misspoke on that. Okay, great, you're banned. Retard. Jesus Christ. Fucking dumbass, bro.
And time reads the Shichen of Cho in the wee hours of the morning. It's been 3 days. We both made it on time. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Jinshi. It brings me great joy to see you, Rover. An emergency forced me to leave, and I only had the time to prepare some tokens for you. Please pardon my lack of hospitality. Yes, the Sentinel of Jinzhou is currently absent.
part then. See, then how does that work? It has to be like that, and then that means there's one missing now. Or can this one fizz if you put it? We can rotate it. Changes everything now. Wait, oh, okay, okay. I was like, if I can fucking rotate it, I'm like, oh shit. You just do this one. around. I should have gone to the distribution.